Hello and welcome to News Center. Within days of his election, President-elect Donald Trump is busy filling key cabinet posts with loyalists and those who supported him in his re-election campaign. The most significant announcement has been regarding the proposed Department of Government Efficiency, which will be headed by none other than Elon Musk and Indian-American entrepreneur Vivek Ramaswamy, who had declared his candidacy for presidential elections but later withdrew in favor of Donald Trump. In a statement, Trump said that the great Elon Musk and American patriot Vivek Ramaswamy will cut through bureaucratic red tape. Their job will be to slash excess regulations, cut wasteful spending, and restructure federal agencies essential to the Save America movement. Trump said that the Department of Government Efficiency has to finish its task by the 4th of July 2026, that is, by the 250th anniversary of American independence. Elon Musk had donated more than $100 million to the Trump campaign and is likely to be among his closest advisors. How will the Trump 2.0 cabinet impact the U.S. economy, investment flows, shifting of U.S. supply chains from China, and U.S.-India ties? To discuss this today, we are joined by Hemant Taneja, the MD and CEO of General Catalyst, one of the largest venture capital firms in the world, and Teresa, Carlson, the president of General Catalyst Institute. General Catalyst has announced the expansion of General Catalyst Institute in India to support startups and policy advocacy in 5 areas, namely AI, healthcare, defense, intelligence, manufacturing, and energy. Hemant, let me begin by asking you, what's going to be the objective of the General Catalyst Institute in India?
Yeah, first of all, thanks for having us on the show. We are very excited to work on the theme around global resilience. Our belief is that every nation and every geography has to focus on building its critical industries in a way that's resilient for its people. And that requires a deep collaboration between innovators, policymakers, and capital providers. And what we're doing with the General Catalyst Institute, led by Teresa, is to bring a lot of our expertise and thinking and work with our local entrepreneurs and our industrial partners to think through the industry transformations that lie ahead in the Indian market.
Right. Teresa, I'd like to ask you, recently, General Catalyst had said that it has earmarked $1 billion in funding for India over the next 3 years. How much of that is going to go towards the Institute's activities, and how is this funding likely to be deployed?
Oh, it's so interesting because we hear from our startup community, from our companies, that they're very excited to be able to engage in public policy with our government leaders in India. So for us, it's really about engaging day-to-day on educational and advocacy activities that really promote these highly innovative and transformative startup companies. And, you know, when they're early on in their development, they have this amazing vision about driving technology in a way that supports government efforts, but they don't always know how to get engaged on a day-to-day basis to really shape the right public policy that allows them to drive that societal change. And as Hemant talks about, we believe that India has this unbelievable opportunity to actually leapfrog because of the unbelievable talent and individuals that they have here. So we are really excited.
Teresa, we have also seen that General Catalyst Institute would like to focus on 5 key areas, including artificial intelligence and defense. So could you elaborate on how you are seeking to support entrepreneurs, startups, and what kind of policy interventions are you looking to make? Are you trying to make the regulatory system easier for startups to flourish in these sectors?
Yes, you nailed it. It's actually their ability to flourish. And oftentimes we see policymakers, they really understand larger technology companies because they're out there every day advocating. But one of the things that we found at General Catalyst, Hemant and the team at GC for many years has actually been doing advocacy at the policy level in a bespoke way. And the Institute is about doing this in a very coordinated fashion. So to the elements of our investment thesis around artificial intelligence, defense and intelligence, manufacturing, healthcare, energy, these are areas that we think are the backbone of a nation that provides both global resilience and national resilience. So for a startup company to be able to advocate independently, sometimes they're just too small to do that. So our goal is to go in through partnerships, think tanks, other groups that actually are like-minded with us to talk about these policies that can ensure that startups have a fair and open opportunity to ensure that their companies grow and that they can also work directly with government in these industries that really make a difference.
Right. Hemant, this comes at a critical time because the union government will be announcing the budget on the 1st of February. Hopefully, there will be some more good news for the startup ecosystem. But if you were to make one recommendation based on what startups in the country are going through, what could probably help them leapfrog to the next phase of growth or garner investments from abroad, what would that one policy intervention or reform be that you would recommend?
I strongly believe that India, given its talent in technology, has the opportunity to be a real leader in AI. And the opportunities in AI, when applied to the transformation of different industries, and when it also comes to workforce transformation for India in economy as a whole, are massive. And I think that's a place where, frankly, India needs to catch up and invest in technologies so that applied AI can be a true force of transformation for the country over the next 10 years.
Right. Let me also ask you about the big geopolitical challenges taking place. And this is a question for both of you. Let me begin with you, Hemant. Trump victory, what does this mean for the US economy, its approach towards investments abroad? Do you expect US companies to become more inward-looking at this juncture?
Look, the Trump victory in some ways reinforces the global resilience theme that we're talking about. The United States wants to focus on the resilience of its core industries, whether it's defense, healthcare, energy, manufacturing, and others, just like other parts of the world are as well. So I think you will see a real focus on trying to take advantage of local markets to build businesses in the long term. And I do believe that if these companies are built intentionally all over the world, and that's part of what we're trying to do, like helping them think through the role of technology policy and capital with the General Catalyst Institute, these companies eventually, market forces will take over to see which of them become global. So I do think the United States is playing the same resilience team that various countries in Europe are playing and frankly, India is playing.
Right. So resilience, building resilience in supply chains will be the big theme for the United States under Trump. Teresa, coming to you, Elon Musk, he's going to be heading the Efficiency Commission. That's outside the government, but he will be Donald Trump's whisper, we're told. He is someone who is very big on autonomous vehicles, electric vehicles, AI, SpaceX, Starlink. He's got interests across the board. How do you think a person like Elon Musk is going to impact Donald Trump's economic policy making? And has that somehow also changed the General Catalyst strategy for investments globally and how you engage with policymakers?
You know, the good news about Elon Musk, he's a technology innovator in all the areas that we think about: artificial intelligence, space, defense, intelligence, energy. So I think it's very positive that you have someone that is focused on technology and technology innovation. For General Catalyst, we are focused on our thesis that we've been talking about for a very long time in the areas of artificial intelligence, energy, manufacturing, defense, intelligence, healthcare. These are really important areas that provide economic opportunity globally. So I believe it's all very positive. And from the aspect of India, we've always had such a fantastic relationship globally with India in the US. And as you see, many of these nations move away from China. India just has this amazing opportunity that we are so excited about at General Catalyst. So our thesis remains strong, and we look forward to really working hand in glove with the policymakers so we can strengthen these policies to ensure that the most innovative startups and transformative companies have the opportunity to support the national programs and thrive globally.
Right. Hemant, now with Trump in the White House, also with Elon Musk as his close advisor, with policy hawks in his team who are very, very hawkish when it comes to China, Iran. Do you expect greater deal activity and investment activity between US and India, more investments flows from US to India, more companies to consider setting up manufacturing in India than earlier?
I am very bullish on the US-India corridor. I think in this new geopolitical order, a technology collaboration between US and India can be a huge competitive advantage to both countries. And therefore, I do think it's going to manifest itself. I think we know from Trump's prior administration, Modi and Trump have common views and real desire to collaborate. And we do think it's going to build on the goodwill that they've had in the past to continue to deepen ties. And there's an enormous cycle of innovation, especially given the role of Indian diaspora in the U.S. technology industry as well. That's going to get accelerated in this time around.
Right. Teresa, any particular sectors which you feel will get more attention? Of course, 5 key pillars of the General Catalyst Institute are global themes right now. But any particular sectors or companies or segments that you are particularly looking to leverage and support?
Well, we know that energy is going to be a big opportunity. President-elect Trump has already been talking about ensuring that we have the right energy sources, that we're looking for that. And if we're going to have the strength that we need in artificial intelligence globally, we need to make sure that we have energy sources, because what do you need for AI? You need data, right? You need energy and you need compute. So you'll continue to see investments in technology and things like chips, of course. We believe healthcare will continue to be a very deep focus of this administration. And then in terms of the policies for AI, it's clear at this point that they're not going to be overreaching. They're going to be more light touch regulatory environment for AI to ensure that we can begin to adopt more quickly the opportunity and the technology around this innovation.
On that note, we'll take a short break. Don't go anywhere. When we return, a conversation with Bob Willen, the managing partner and chairman of Carney.